Mayuko,
Hi.
my only student. How
Yeah.
are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Good. Did you have a class today?
Yeah. Also, I had a face-to-face class, so I went to school in the morning, and then I had
Oh,
my class as well.
internal,
Yeah, internal. Yeah.
face to face.
Yeah. Only Tuesday.
Good. What lesson was it?
Hmm?
Which class was it?
Uh, it is for the international student for extra class, so we don't decide anything, but we did some read aloud today.
Ah,
Yeah.
read aloud of PTE test.
No, just for general.
Ah,
No PT. So I
yeah,
just so I'm practicing the read aloud for the PT, right? I'm
right.
trying to speak read faster, and the teacher said, no, speak slowly and then pronounce properly.
I know. That's different from yes, PT. The PT is a different test. All
Yeah.
tests are different. Okay, today we'll start with read aloud, and now I'm gonna ruin whatever you taught, whatever you learned today. I'm gonna ruin it. All right, and I think you are the only student tonight because the other students, I don't know what happened to them.
Yeah.
Really don't know. Okay, so we start with.
How many students should be in the PT class?
I would say at least three. At least three. Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe they're taking the test ready for the, I don't know. Okay, this one, next one.
Yeah. History what has been used to estimate as those have been highly to bias new technology like a terminal. I go expensive. So at the time will repeat, but due to, for example, white noise syndrome. Historically, what has been used to estimate birds has been photographic estimate, visual estimate, mark estimate, and those has been highly prone to bias. New technology like terminal imaging cameras is accurate but expensive. So at the time of epic that no, due to, for example, the white nose syndrome that's wiping our bats in Canada and the US.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're just starting, so it's okay. Skip these two words. It's okay, skip them.
Yeah.
So anything you don't like, skip it. Don't go out.
What we find it at the front, the west. Most run in nature and in response to that in what we find is that the plant is actually damaged by, like most plants are in nature, and in response to that, it's a secret sugar from the wound edge where the have damaged the plant. It's graduate student at Frey University Berlin and one of the study authors.
All right. I think my internet has a problem because, or is that yours?
I think yes, because
do
I
you
can.
experience trouble with your internet connection?
No, maybe yours. I can't hear your voice properly.
Because your picture is okay. Let me change my. I'm gonna use my phone as a hotspot. I'm gonna use it as a hotspot. So
Okay, no worries.
probably. So.
Bad.
All right, so now I'm using my phone. I think it's much better. Yes.
Yeah.
Already better. Let's go. Next one.
The controller holds a bar to its body size and species, and defined the hunted specimens' brains are actually 5% smaller on average than the brains of other tried by other ministers spreading its study. If you make a smaller kind of analysis of given who has cited there is absolutely no difference. So this is specific to the brain. They controlled for the bird's age, sex, body size, and species, and they found that the hunted specimen brains are actually 5% smaller on average than the brains of birds that died by other means. The surprising thing is that if you make a smaller kind of analysis of heart size, there is absolutely no difference there, so this is specific to the brain.
Good.
By this time, however, it is extraordinary charged named Marian with children 12 and or 13 depending on whose country and was strength. By this time, however, momentum has moved to England in 1812 at Rhine Regis on the Dorset coast. An extraordinary child named Mary Annings, aged 11, 12, or 13, depending on whose account you need, found a straight fossilized sea monster, 70 feet long and now known as a steep and dangerous cliffs along the English Channel.
Good. So you see, once you were reading this, you say, by the time, however, paleontological, so paleontological, you just forget about it, okay? Yeah. So, however, momentum along England. For this one, 1812, okay? You can say 1812 at Lyme, which is known as the, so this one, it's Icosimeres. Icosimeres, okay? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Icosimeres, okay? Yeah. Or at the embedded in the steep, just skip it. But finish somewhere around here. All right, next one.
By 1776, iron has replaced the wood in the rail and wheels on the jet. Wagon wheels evolved into tram wheels and spread through Europe. Horses, however, still provided all the pulling power. In 1789, Englishman William designed the first wagons with the French wheels. The French wheels was that allowed the wheels to better grip the rail.
Good. Finished here, okay? Now, this was a read aloud in my classes, so students read it. And then one day a student came from his exam and said, I had this one for my reorder paragraph. So there are, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. So this was in his reorder paragraph.
Okay.
At that time, I had only 30 or 40 of the read aloud, and every day we practice those. So they sort of memorized it. And so he said, when I sat test, oh, this is very familiar to, oh, I remember this one. So, all right, one more, the last one.
It is not necessary to suppose this if the modifications are extremely certain. Roger. Some people object that in order for the eyes to modify and still remain a useful instrument to its owners, many changes would have had to take place. However, it is not necessary to suppose this if the modifications are extremely slight and gradual.
Excellent, excellent. That was good. All right, now we still stay on speaking. Okay, now we just read sentence.
Unusual weather patterns are making farming more difficult today.
It's okay. We'll start with the next one. Are you ready with the next one?
Yeah.
There are opportunities to receive the grants from most artistic fields.
There are opportunities to receive the grants.
All right.
Yeah. Grants for the most.
There are opportunities to receive the grants from most artistic fields.
Biographical information should be removed prior to the publication of results.
Biographical results should be removed before publications. Results.
Very good.
Information should be.
Biographical information should be removed prior to the publication of results.
Hi. It's gone. It's coming back.
Sorry, Mayuko. That's
okay, no worries.
an internet problem. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, so I'll start. Am I still sharing? No, I start again.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Organic food is considered to be free of chemicals.
Organic food considered to free from chemist
Chemicals.
chemicals.
Organic food is considered to be free of chemicals.
All right. Fine.
The cause of his death is still shrouded in mystery.
The cause of death still mystery.
Very good. Shrouded in mystery. The cause of the death or his death is still shrouded in mystery.
No more than 4 people can be in the lab at once.
9 more than people can be in the labs
At once.
at once.
No more than 4 people.
No more than.
No more than 4 people can be in the lab at once.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard the hiss of a snake as I entered the room just now.
I thought enter the room now. I didn't get it.
I thought I heard the hiss of a snake as I entered the room.
I heard the hiss of snakes as I entered.
I thought I heard the hiss of a snake. Good.
Growing population has posed a challenge to many governments.
Grand populations challenged many government.
Good.
Growing.
Growing population. Yes, has posed a challenge. So to pose a challenge is a collocation. Pose a challenge.
Distance learning can develop your career around the world.
Distance can learning and career
Around the world.
around the world.
Distance learning.
Distance learning can be there.
A study skills seminar is on for the students who require assistance.
The seminar required students studies. Could you repeat again?
A study skills seminar is on for the students who require assistance.
If I turn it louder, would it be louder for you? I'm gonna turn the sound louder. Okay. Now let's see if it is louder for you as well.
A study skills seminar is on for the students who require assistance.
Is it loud? Is
no.
it louder?
It's same.
Okay, that's very good. Yes, because it keeps it constant regardless of whether here is low. That's good. I like it. Okay. Let me put it back.
The office hours will change next month.
The officer will change next month.
Very good. The office hours.
Office hours.
The new hypothesis needs to be tested with a new controlled experiment.
The need to be tested. New hypothesis need to be tested with the new controlled experiment. Okay.
The new hypothesis needs to be tested with a new controlled experiment.
Please make sure you have collected all the necessary materials.
Please make sure to correct all the necessary documents.
Materials. Yeah. Please make sure you have collected all the necessary materials.
Please make sure you have collected.
My tutorial class will begin on next Monday morning.
My tutorial class will begin next Monday morning.
Excellent.
My daughter and I were flying from home to visit my wife in Florida.
My daughter and I will fly home to visit my wife from Florida.
Very good.
My daughter and I are flying from home to visit.
Excellent. Very good.
Create a playlist of your favorite music to help you relax in difficult situations.
Create playlist your favorite to reduce your relax. Create a playlist of your.
Create a playlist of your favorite music to help you relax in difficult situations.
Okay, 3 more.
Yeah.
During some stages of sleep, your eyes move rapidly behind your closed eyelids.
During some stage of your sleeping, your eyes close. Something.
Okay.
During some stage of your sleep, your eyes move. Okay.
It's called a REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep.
There are new innovations in the field of digital architecture.
There are new innovations for digital architecture.
Very good. In the field of architecture.
No.
The theme of the issue was the estimation of the problem.
The theme of issue is
Estimation of the problem. There you
the
go.
problem.
There you go.
Global connections increased in academic communities thanks to the social media.
The connections is increased academic area thanks for the social media.
Very good. Thank you. And the last one.
Human beings compete with other things for resources and space.
human beings compete other things, resources, and nature.
There was no nature, but yes, you're right. We are competing with nature.
Spaces.
Humans-
I don't know. I like the
That's good.
initial N.
Yes, nature. All right. Now we'll start with describe image.
The picture describes about transport preferences among young people from different countries. It also provides some information about different categories such as Great Britain, USA, Germany, and France. It is clear from the image that car from Great Britain contribute the most. On the other hand, motorbike from the Great Britain it contribute the most. Finally, by looking at the picture, it can be seen that the picture is showing important information based on facts and figures, having a significant effect on France. It's 80%, Germany is 40%, USA.
Time's up. Very good. Remember the image, image, not imaging. Okay. Oh, picture. Yes. Very good. But everything is fine. Don't worry. Real PTE.
Yeah, PTE.
Yes, real.
Oh, what's the
Superman.
The picture describes about the humans. It also provides some information about different categories such as airplane, crowd, and humans. It is clear from the picture that humans try to save their lives.
Very good.
On the other hand, he is almost dying. Finally, by looking at the picture, it can be seen that the image is showing important information.
Very good. Time's up. The image shows important information. Very good. Or the picture. So one of the students came to me and said, I had this described image. In it, there was Superman holding an airplane like this that was falling. I think, I'm not sure whether it's from one of the scenes of the movie. I don't know. I haven't watched these movies. I don't watch these movies. Any movies that involves non-realistic thing, I don't watch. Okay, so I found this on the internet, so could be yours. But yeah, the image describes an airplane and Superman. It also provides some information, but you can pull a good one out. Okay. All right. Next one.
The picture describes about average number of hours spent on social media in 2014. It also provides some information about different categories such as students, self-employed, employed, retired. It is clear from the picture that students for female contribute the most. On the other hand, students for male contribute the least. Finally, by looking at the picture, it can be seen that the picture is showing important information based on facts and figures having a significant effect on self-employed for men. It's 3, respectively.
Very good. Excellent. One more. This is the last one. You get 3 to 4. You know. Yeah, 3 to 5.
The table compares mode for transport used in 3 countries. The picture describes about the table compares modes of transport used in 3 countries. It also provides some information such as German, America, and Canada. It is clear from the picture that car in Germany is contributed the most. On the other hand, bicycle in America contribute the least. Finally, by looking at the picture, it can be seen that the picture is showing important information based on facts and figures having a significant effort. Public transport 20%, respectively.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Very good. Now, retail lecture.
Community service is an important component of education here at our university. We encourage all students to volunteer for at least one community activity before they graduate. A new community program called One-on-One helps elementary students who've fallen behind. You education majors might be especially interested in it because it offers the opportunity to do some teaching, that is, tutoring in math and English. You'd have to volunteer 2 hours a week for 1 semester. You can choose to help a child with math, English, or both. Half-hour lessons are fine, so you could do half-hour of each subject, 2 days a week. Professor Dodge will act as a mentor to these tutors. He'll be available to help you with the lesson plans or to offer suggestions for activities. He has office hours every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon. You can sign up for the program with him and begin the tutoring next week. I'm sure you'll enjoy this community service and you'll gain valuable experience at the same time. It looks good on your resume too, showing that you've had experience with children and that you care about your community. If you'd like to sign up or have any questions, stop by Professor Dodge's office this week.
The topic of the lecture was how to do community service. The speaker talked about education programs is important. The speaker also went and talked about the new community programs. The speaker, finally?
Yeah, that's fine. The speaker also went on. That's fine.
The speaker also went on talked about the math and English. Finally, the speaker highlighted the following points. Volunteer works 2 times a week, half hours each subject, Tuesday activities, sign with him, these programs, bring the resumes to him, experience, stop the office.
Okay. Now, the second one that you said, the third one that you said, so you shouldn't have said that because you have too many content words towards here, such as the speaker talked about this, the speaker also went on and talked about this, finally, and then everything, very good. Okay, next one.
more than 3 hours a day. The study was published in the Archives of Disease in Childhood. Researchers studied more than 11,000 British children ages 5 to 7. Parents completed a questionnaire about the strengths and weaknesses of their kids, and they were also asked to report how much time their children spend watching television. Researchers say those who watch more are more likely to steal or fight by age 7. Then again, they say the overall likelihood of that antisocial behavior is pretty low. And a writer for The Atlantic says the risks discovered are not significant. They failed to look at the content of the shows and games occupying their subjects' time. And all things considered, a mother and blogger for Mother Nature Network says the real danger of too much TV is obesity. And on WLNY, anchors pointed out mobile devices seem to make it easier to give kids TV to watch. Interestingly enough, the researchers said they found no link between computer and electronic games and antisocial behavior. And the experts say, bottom line, it's a good rule of thumb to try to limit how much TV young kids watch to less than 2 hours a day.
The topic of the lecture was more than 3 hours a day. The speaker talked about the social behaviors. The speaker also went on to talk about 5 to 7 children's surveys. Finally, the speaker highlighted the following points. 11,000 people, social behavior is low. Mother, brother, very dangerous, obesity, community, computers, social medias, TV, less than 2 hours a day.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So you're fine here. Excellent. So the other one is answer short questions. Let's just have 5 of them for you, like the real test. Okay. So
What is altitude related to? Weight or height?
Height.
good.
Which one is easier to biodegrade? Plastic or paper?
Paper.
Very good.
What is the opposite of the word stale?
Stay. Moving. Huh?
Fresh. Stale. Fresh. Okay. Next.
What are the 2 long, thin things called that stick out from the sides of an aeroplane and help it to fly?
Wings.
Very good.
If you are happy with an agreement, what would you put at the end of it with the date?
Month.
Very good. Signature. Okay.
Signature.
Now. Okay. What do you want to do next?
Listening. Maybe we didn't do last week. Yesterday.
Yes. Very good. So we start with summarize.
Yeah.
Spoken text. So it's the same as retail lecture. You know that, okay?
Most people lived on or very close to the land that provided their food. Except for a few exceptions, life expectancy never rose above 35 or below 25. Education was a privilege, not a right. The Industrial Revolution began around 1750, and it occurred across most of the Earth, but it started in Europe. Almost all electricity around the world, whether it's from coal or nuclear power, it's just a steam engine. It's all still just water and heat, and it speaks to how truly revolutionary the Industrial Revolution was, that since then, It's really just been evolution. So steam engines used cheap British coal to keep British coal cheap, and cheap British coal created the opportunity for everything from railroads to steel, which, like so much else in the Industrial Revolution, created a positive feedback loop. Britain, and to a lesser extent the Low Countries, had the highest wages in the world at the beginning of the 18th century. Mainly high wages combined with cheap fuel costs meant that it was economically efficient for manufacturers to look to machines as a way of lowering their production costs. To quote the historian Robert Allen, wages were high and energy was cheap. These prices led directly to the Industrial Revolution by giving firms strong incentives to invent technologies that substituted capital and coal.
Oh, you said you didn't tell me.
I just sent it to you right now. Yeah.
So I don't think I would be able to copy that. Oh, no, I wouldn't because.
Okay, I'm gonna send you from WhatsApp.
Thank you.
Not this one. Yeah.
All right, where are you?
No. Actually, I didn't get the titles.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So the first lecture was landlord. Okay. The speaker talked about 25% education. The speaker also went on and talked about steam engine. Very good. Finally, the speaker highlighted the following points. 35. You mean nuclear power?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I wanted to say nuclear.
Nuclear power. Revolution, evolution, cheap, cost, most common, new system, creative opportunity, positive results, production, cheap production, and giving a strong edge. How many words? 54. Good. So the topic of the lecture was, but that's okay. You get at least 8 out of 10. So that's words. Is V. So the Industrial Revolution. Okay, the Industrial Revolution that happened in England. So everything was around the Industrial Revolution, how it started, the reasons why, and coal was one of them. So he mentioned England, he mentioned coal. Okay, so cheap production of coal, for instance, and giving strong edge. There you go. Okay, steam, but it was coals that gave rise to steam engines and steam engines to railroads and all sorts of things. Good, but yeah. So this is the transcription.
Oh, okay.
And this is the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
It should be in capital, by the way. I don't have it here in capital. It should be I capital, R capital, because it's a part of the history. Okay, so very good. Now, okay, for multiple choice, choose multiple answer. What's your strategy?
Okay, we can do.
No, what's your strategy?
It's the square one.
Yes. you don't answer.
We don't
okay?
need to answer.
You never touch them. You just listen to it. Once it is finished, you go next. Okay, but in reading, as soon as you see it, you go next.
Yeah.
Now, fill in the blanks.
It was a huge success. Some critics had a few reservations about its fiery nature, that sense in which, as Elizabeth Rigby famously said, it seemed to represent a sort of ungodly discontent, but readers cared nothing for that. They thought it was wonderful, and you can see why it achieved that popularity, which indeed has endured. It is still a very popular novel. It has the thrills of the Gothic. Karen's mentioned the importance of that 18th century precedent, which then translated into a Gothic idiom, which was very important.
Okay, number one.
Reservation.
Yeah. Singular or plural?
Just a singular.
Okay, not a few.
Yeah.
So when you say few, now for
Hmm?
friends, do you say a few friend or a few friends?
I have a few friends.
So it is plural. It should be plural. Now, because few is used for countable, so it is countable and it should be plural. Okay, number 2.
Famously.
I'm sorry?
Famously. Famously. Yeah.
Good. Next.
Discontent. Discontent. Yeah.
Next.
I didn't get that one. 3.
How do you spell it?
THRILLED.
Very good. And last one.
President.
Is that this one?
Yeah. Tues.
And this is president. President. Okay?
Yeah.
President means before. Okay? President. All right, very good. Next one.
The introduction of the spring, as Jim has said, made the clocks portable. It also enabled them to be made smaller. And so that by this stage, of course, we've moved from the monasteries into private ownership. And these things took on a whole new function. They weren't principally for telling the time of day. Right up until, you could say, the 19th century, the sundial was, for most ordinary people, by far the most accurate way of telling the time.
Okay.
Portable.
Very good. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Next.
Smaller. Monastery, but I don't know how to spell it. Monastery.
I just press tab. So when I press tab, it jumps to the next one. Yes. They weren't?
Principally. Yeah. Sundial, but I don't know how to spell it.
You know what sundial is?
Yeah, I know that.
Good. And?
The most. I didn't get it. Maybe
Okay.
or something.
So, okay, what is the sundial used for?
For
Mayuko? This one, sundial. What's it used for? What is it good for?
to check the times when they
Very
don't.
good. Excellent. To tell the time, yes. No, it was very common in the past. In the past, it was very common. People had sundials in their homes. So.
Monastery.
Yes.
Accurate.
Monastery. Yes, monastery. Okay, let me check it. Monastery. I didn't know the spelling. Yeah, monastery. Do you know what monastery is?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, these are monastery. So shrine, a sort of shrine. For instance, this is in Japan. You have pagodas like this. It's called monastery. So where they go and pray. All right, very good. Next one.
The precise positions of all the atom-stroke molecules will be very specific to exactly how you've got to that point. And I mean, you can take a piece of glass, and of course this is hugely important in preparing good window glass, and you can take a piece of glass and prepare it, and then you can anneal it. So you hold it at some temperature and let the molecules or atoms just rearrange slightly, and you will get an improvement in perfection. You will remove some of the internal strains. You will actually be able to measure an increase in the density.
It's difficult. I didn't get the first one.
Second.
And peace.
How do you spell it?
PIECE.
Very good.
I didn't get it as well. Temperature.
Spell it for me.
TEMPARA. Tempera. TU. Give me a second. And E, ending E. Yeah.
Good. Mayuko, how do you say emperor?
Emperor.
Emperor in Japanese.
Tenno.
Okay. So in Persian, we say imperator. All right. So remember this one.
No, temperature.
Temperature. So you say temperature. I think there's something wrong. Temper, not pa. So temperature. E.
Yeah.
Temperature, like imperature. Okay, so emperor. Good. Next. Oh, you didn't. Oh, yes.
No, I didn't get the.
Okay, you got these two. That's enough.
Yeah.
And you got them right. You got them correct. Very good. So the first one is the precise position of all atoms, all atom stroke molecule. Now, what does a stroke mean here?
Stroke?
Yes. It's like this. Look, where is my notepad? Notepad. Yeah. So say
typing.
No, my name.
Yeah.
Is Hugh stroke Hamid.
Oh.
Okay, so stroke means either of these two. Okay? Slash. You can say slash as well. So my name is Hugh / Hamid, or means either of these two. All right. So that's stroke. Remember, stroke or strash. Stroke or slash. Piece. Preparing. Temperature, and perfection, imperfection, and strains, internal strains. And the last one of this type.
On seemingly every fundamental issue, the country feels even more divided than it did in the turbulent 70s and 80s. There are furious battles over free speech, minority rights, the size of the state, the shape of the economy, social and cultural values, even the truth and selection of relevant political facts. In many other democracies, from the US to Italy to Australia, politics has become just as tribal, fragmented, and apparently out of control. Opposing factions no longer seem able to talk to each other or even to agree on what they might talk about.
Okay.
Fundamental. So F U N D E M E N T A L.
Okay, next.
Serious.
Sorry.
SERIO. US.
Good. Next.
Social. SOCIAL.
Good.
Democracy. So DEMOCRACY. Trouble. TROBEL. Functions. FUCTIONS.
Very good.
Oh.
Spelling. Fundamental. Remember, like temperature. This is fundamental. Okay, fundamental. This is furious.
Furious.
Do you know what furious means?
No.
Means angry.
Angry.
Furious. Yes, angry. Social. Very good. In democracy. So you see the plural. Democracies. Okay. Now remember, other. Okay?
Yeah. It should be.
Say other books. You say my other books, my other friends. So it's always plural. And tribal. Okay, tribal.
Yeah.
And factions. Very good. Okay. So we did this one. Now these are circle ones. You know what to do with circle ones if you know the answer. Okay. So did I tell you how to do highlight correct summary?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Multiple choice choose single answer?
Yeah, we did.
Select missing words?
Yeah. So if we are really sure, we just choose the word or highlight the.
Yes, this is the beep one that has a beep at the end. Beep at the end. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Highlight?
Yeah.
Incorrect word. So I think you can share yours and I can.
Yeah.
I'll stop. So first you need to. Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, I can share my screens.
Okay. So first you need to log into your account, the PTE.com account, so that you can share highlighting correct words with me. Okay. So I stopped it. You can press on the share screen whenever you're ready.
So, which number should I?
54.
54. Okay.
The Antarctic is quite a hostile place. So in winter, it's all frozen. And what that means is it's really hard for us to get in there with ships. So we need super duper icebreakers that we don't always have access to. So there's very little information from south of 60 degrees. Now, the alternative to using a big ship, of course, is to use some kind of instrument that you put in the ocean, like an Argo float, and it might drop down to the ocean floor and come to the surface and transmit some data. But the problem is that there's this huge ice sheet that develops each year, and that blocks these Argo floats coming into the area that we're interested in.
I just get to.
That's good. That's more than enough. Very good. Next one. Just go next.
Now, in the late 30s, early 40s, you start to get the development, particularly at the great American chemical company DuPont, of people who start to play around with Friday afternoon experiments. And this is a kind of classic thing in the sciences. There's a sort of legend about it, that you do your normal research Monday to Thursday, and then on Friday afternoon, you try something slightly off the wall, something that doesn't have much chance of working, but that might be kind of cool if it did.
Were you sure?
Yeah. Oh, good.
Okay. Very good. Excellent.
Okay, yeah.
Good. Another one.
Yeah.
I know you're going to get a good score now. Very good.
The petition was asking Parliament to give women the vote on the same grounds that men were getting the vote. We have to look at it, I think, in a context of parliamentary reform. Britain had moved reasonably rapidly from a system with a very small contained elite government towards a far more participatory form of politics. So in 1832, there was a Reform Act which enfranchised far larger numbers of men and returned more MPs to Parliament.
Mayuko, wait.
Yeah.
That word "to," they never make prepositions.
Oh, okay.
Never. So that's wrong. Yeah.
Oh man.
That was "when," not "to." Yeah, very good. Okay, do one more, please.
Back in the days of the Roman Empire, being the top dog was just as risky a business, and assassination was an occupational hazard. If you take a look at the long list of emperors who met their death at the hands of others, you wonder what made the job so attractive. In the period between 284 and 41 BC, more than half of the 40 or so emperors came to a premature and violent end while in office, often at the hands of the soldiers who were supposed to protect them. From Heliogabalus down to Claudius and Julius Caesar, not forgetting Caligula this very week in AD 41.
Excellent. Very good. So now we do some right from dictation.
Okay.
Go home. Top section home, yes. And right from dictation. Start with 90, whatever, 95. Good.
Consumer confidence tends to increase as the economy expands.
I didn't get a lot.
Okay.
Consumer confidence.
Very good, but you got 61%. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, play it again.
Yeah,
Consumer confidence tends to increase as the economy expands.
Okay, next one.
Global connections increased in academic communities thanks to the social media.
We did this one for the repeated sentence.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, very good. Because they tend to be, you know, they tend to be repeated. Yes, very good. All right, one more. You can start. Yeah, we can go to. Okay, 109. Just add one in front of it.
Okay. 100.
Yes, good. That's good.
The Industrial Revolution in Europe was driven by steam technology.
The revolution.
Remember Industrial Revolution today? This is the second time.
Yeah.
it should be in capital I and capital R,
Yeah.
but because I know most don't write it. It does, because if you write European with the small letter, it would say no, these two are not the same. Okay, so otherwise, remember, Industrial Revolution is always in capital letter.
There are still many students struggling in the lab.
Excellent. Struggling the rock?
Lab.
I don't know.
Lab. Laboratory, lab.
Ah, lab. Oh, there are still many students struggling in the lab.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. Very good. 87, around above 70. Fantastic. You're very good here. You can do maybe two more.
Yeah.
I will come back to this point in a minute.
Wait. Look, air, you wrote in air and then plural.
In in a minute.
Yes. So that's a
grammar.
Good. Grammar helps your spelling. Yeah. Okay. So,
can I repeat again?
I will come back to this point in a minute.
I will come back. Next.
We were able to contact a number of researchers.
We are.
We were able to contact a number of researchers. Okay, we still have time. We can do 2 more.
Yeah, I miss spelling some our researchers. Let me see.
Efforts are being made to reduce harmful emissions.
Oh, I didn't get it.
We can play the, yes, efforts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Double F.
Yeah, double F. Effort or harmful emissions.
Efforts are being made to reduce harmful emissions.
Yeah. But still 57.
Yeah, that's good. Very good.
The other book is not thorough, but it's more insightful.
I don't know.
Now, before you do it, look, the other
books. The other, the other book is.
Yeah, it said the other book is not thorough,
but it's insightful.
It is more insightful. Okay, now Mayuko.
Yeah.
So how much time do we have? Oh, that's enough. We can. I wanted to. Okay, I wanted to talk about something that I just saw tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start sharing. Where is it? So, I just saw at the top of your screen something written in Japanese. So that's I assume that's in Japanese, right? All right. So when I was I'm 52. When I was 12, maybe 12, yes, 10 to 12. There was this cartoon on the national television in Iran. And I didn't know what language it was. It was a song. I didn't know what language it was. But now when I saw the writing on top of your screen, I am sure that it was Japanese. Now, hopefully, I mean, I just Googled it and I found that. I'm going to play it for you and you tell me whether the song is, but I can swear, going back to 12 when I was 12, because it took me back to when I was 12. Okay, I'm going to play it for you. Where is it? I sent it to my Telegram channel. Oh, by the way, remind me to send you a PDF of all the right from dictations that up to. So if you text me in your Telegram, I'll send it to you. Okay, to your Telegram account. Sorry, to your WhatsApp, not Telegram. But you know they are both. So. Okay, this is the cartoon that I watched when I was 10 years old. Now, see if it is Japanese or not, but I swear now that it is. Is it Japanese?
Yeah, it's Japanese.
You see, this writing, when I saw it and it was there, I said, and as soon as I saw it, I started to say, pita, pita, kaka, pita, pi, because when I was a kid, nowadays they don't play. So what does it say? It says Pinocchio?
Yeah, Pinocchio.
Have you watched this or you watched
never.
Really? But the music was so great, and when as soon as we heard this music on television, we just came straight to the television and watched. But we watched it in translation, of course. But the music was in Japanese. Nowadays they don't. They change everything. They do not play the music because you know. But. Good old days, good old days. I mean, yes, it took me back to 50, 40-ish years ago. Thank you for that. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. All right, so I will send you the PDF.
Yeah.
Let me do it right now. Where is, I'll find it on my phone and send it to you. So these are all around 1,000, 2,000 of the right from dictations. You just read them for yourself.
Yeah.
And check the spellings because these are real right from dictation. I sent it to one of my students the other day. We'll see. Oh, okay. So. Oh, here. So, there we go. So, Mariko, you just sent me a text, right? Oh, yes, here. Did you get it?
No. Yeah, I get it.
So that's PTE magazine, and if you open it,
yeah, I can see.
Yeah, it's written something in Persian, okay? Yeah, in Persian, and then the rest are, of course, most are in English. All right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for coming to the class tonight. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And we can do a mock test here. You can do the test, or
Yeah.
we can do bits in section. Next session we can do reading and writing. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good one. See ya.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.